Well, here we are again, ladies and gentlemen. It is now the first day of winter. And that, of course, means I've got a bunch of crap to do. Because there is no more truffle collection for the year. That's all done. The animals are going to stay inside no matter what the weather is, whether it's showing us snow or not. And rain will only come if I use a totem. Which is just odd, but okay. Meanwhile, it being the first of a week and the first of a season, I have running to do. Because it is special order time. This foraging show rerun is talking about having something built on the farm, which I actually need to do because my cow, one of them, just gave birth, filling up my farm, my barn, deluxe barn to 12 capacity. So I am going to need another one if and when I ever get the ostrich egg incubator from the professor out on Ginger Island. I think that's where that comes from. So I'm debating whether I should just go ahead and have it started now, or wait. Meanwhile, I installed a mod that was supposed to help with automation. I haven't got it doing exactly what what's the word I'm looking for? The information on it, the README and all that says it's supposed to do, but my hopper wasn't even working until I put that in for some strange reason. Now it is, so I've got it outside handling ore. It's handling iron in one furnace and radioactive ore in another. Iron is only 2 hours per, which is it seems like a long time if you're standing there, but it's really not, in some ways. Meanwhile, the radioactive actually is very slow, and you can only get 1 or 2 of those a day, even if you're not doing anything else. Over the last few days, I did finally make it out to Ginger Island, and I debated whether to take Cheese Kindness, which is the gift quest, or what was the other one? Yes, 100,000 gold worth of food. And I was not in the mood for that one. So, I took the Cheese Kindness, and I managed to complete it in 2 days. 50 loved gifts in a week, and it took me 2 game days. And fortunately, that fell on George's birthday. I had already given him 1 gift, but I gave him another one. I honestly think that was probably a bug. But it wouldn't have made any difference, because if it hadn't let me do it then, I was just going to catch him the next day anyway. So everybody in town that I could give a gift to got at least 1. Some got 2, because that's just how that works. After that, I was focused mostly on the farm, getting in the last crops, the furnaces mostly also, and I actually barely left the farm for the last couple of days of the season. So now I'm going to make a 3rd cheese press and stick it in the barn next to the other 2. Because I got 3 jugs of milk that need to go in there, and I haven't even tended the animals or anything else today. Now, I have no hope of remembering all of this, but this is the information for the seasonal fish rundown. That Squid Fest is going to be fun in a few days. I don't know if I'll actually take part in it this year. I've done it the last couple of years. I might, though, just for funsies. Particularly now that I'm streaming, not that I really think anyone's watching. But the Squid Fest is different than the Trout Derby, and I did not do that this year. Maybe I'll do it next year just to show you what it is, kind of, sort of. I know that when I fish, it doesn't really teach you anything about how the fish act because of the way I've got my game set up, but it's something I'll do. Okay. There's my third cheese press. And there was something else I wanted to look at while I was over here. Oh, it was the calendar. Krobus today. Well. I'll have to catch him. Winter the 3rd is Linus's birthday, and I have been terrible at missing his birthday. I can't say I forget it, but I get distracted with whatever I'm doing, and next thing I know, it's too late to catch him. 7th is Caroline. I think I might have something for her that I've been saving. I'm not sure. I'll have to look. But we got a few days before I have to worry about that. 1st, Krobus. 3rd, Linus. 7th, Caroline. That's this week's birthdays. And then next week, there's this massive bunch of festivals. Like, the 8th is the Festival of Ice. 9th is nothing in particular. The 10th is Sebastian's birthday. 11th is the bookseller. Then the 12th and the 13th are the Squid Fest. 14th is Harvey's birthday, so there's something going almost every day next week. The 9th is the only one that didn't have anything at all marked. 15th, 16th, 17th, night market. 17th is also the wizard's birthday. I'll have to catch him. I think I missed that last year too. Not sure. The night market is good because I use it to collect seeds without having to catch Pierre. Just to be random. It's the same price, so there's no real need to wait for Pierre or to suffer his markups now that I've given him the missing stock list that gave him the codes to stock all of his seeds at once. So, I'm terrible. Yes, I know, I'm sure. So that is what I tend to do at the night festival. I don't buy much else. I don't want paintings, for example. But seeds, I absolutely do stock up. 18 and 19 are empty. 20 is Evelyn's birthday. 21st is empty. 22, the bookseller back in town again, so he's the, I believe it was the 11th, let's see. Yep. 11th and 22nd this season. 20th is Evelyn's birthday, 23rd is Leah's. 25, Feast of the Winter Star, which is when you actually have to give another random villager that is assigned to you a present, and you get one from a random villager, too, which, to be honest, is the most interesting part of the festival for me. The funny part, my first year, my secret, the one I was supposed to give, I was supposed to be Lewis's Secret Santa. The problem is it wasn't much of a secret since Lewis organizes it, and he sent the letter telling me that he was the one I was supposed to give a present to. So I had a pretty good laugh at that one. Last year, who was it last year? Last year. I'm not sure. But that gives me the opportunity. Okay, 26th is Clint's birthday. I'll finish that up. 27 and 28, nobody's birthday. That gives an opportunity, though, to highlight something that easily gets lost in the, excuse me, the vastness of this game. You get to review your letters, some of them. As things cycle around, older letters that are basically duplicates of newer ones get, deleted. Zap. So, I think I will... Let's see... This request. I am looking to see if I can determine which one has last year's Santa, since I was trying to talk to you about that. Okay, that did not work. Letters. I think I'm looking for something about the Feast of the Winter Star. So let's see. Here we go. Let's see. Secret gift giver. Here we go. Who? It didn't tell me who. Dot dot dot. Strange. Okay. I expected to see the name there. I want to say it was Evelyn or someone, but I don't remember. So, never mind. First thing we're gonna do is tend the animals, because we're gonna, well, let me think. No, he doesn't like void eggs, he likes the void mayo. And I'm not sure how long it takes for mayo to percolate once it's put in. Well, if nothing else, he likes diamonds. I'm curious now, though. That's right, I shamelessly live on the wiki. Let's see. How long does it take? Okay, here we go. Void egg. 3 hours. Alright. I don't have the rancher profession or whatever it would be that would influence that, so that'll do. I guess I'd best... take care of Sam, because the silly dog doesn't stay inside where it's warm like the animals do. Now, where's Sam? I'm not sure. Okay. We'll deal with those in a little bit. Oops. As you can see, I have again let my collection build up. And I have also allowed my inventory to be too full. Okay. Now we'll just let that roll for a few minutes. Well, a few minutes of real time. What I'm going to actually do is put these in the shipping bin. And also I'm going to put that cheese maker in its place in the barn. Let's see now, where are you? Cheese press. Now, milk. 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 And I'm going to empty my inventory before I come back. Because unfortunately, even if your animals like you, they don't always produce top quality. Okay, I need to do something with those magma geodes. I just keep lugging them around. Okay, that should clear out some spaces. And that should clear out some more. And that should clear out some more. Now in the last hour or so, while that's finishing its preparations, while I'm thinking about it, because I don't expect to actually be able to do it all at once, I'm gonna go see what my orders are in town this week. And possibly today if there's a daily one as well. Largemouth bass to rub on your sore nose, Pam? If you say so. That would kind of stink, I think. And I won't ask how you got your nose sore either. Probably, I don't want to know. Cave Patrol. Or Gus's famous omelet. You know what? I would have done Gus's omelet and been done with it if I had come out here before I started tending my farm. That's the way it always goes with me. I tend the farm first and then realize, oh wait, I could have used that. But I'm gonna be random, and I'm gonna accept the grub quest. Then I'm gonna go down to the mines and turn on the what's that called? Shrine of Challenge. That way it's dangerous level, and I can get some radioactive ore as I do so. Obviously, I do not accept the advice of the Clint haters, who tell me to basically ignore him unless he's paying really good money. Alright. This crab pot needs to be harvested. It's got trash. It's not going to get anything else until I remove that. I could, in theory, set up... I forget which profession it is, but one of them actually prevents as I was saying, it prevents trash from getting in there. Okay. Actually, yeah, I can get there that way too. There's one of those in the Skull Cavern too. I think I might have shown you that on a video. In the Skull Cavern, it's some sort of skull right there on the first level. I'm not actually sure what the Shrine of Challenge here looks like. But anyway, that's what I'll be doing at some point later in the week. That's interesting. I wish there was more down here, more than one reward, but once you get the Skull Key, there's really no other reason to come down here except for the Shrine of Challenge. Crystal fruit. People like to say that farming is something you can't do in winter. That's not entirely correct. Because there are winter seeds that you can grow. And if I recall correctly, they come out like a forageable item, which is very good for me because of my profession choices. I kind of hope we get the cheese fishing quest this week. Just because I haven't done that one yet. Okay, there's the void mayo. Now let's get the rest of these animals tended and cared for. You know, it's possible that I could have completed Gus's thing even though I had partially cleared. There's a lot of frickin' eggs left. I don't think I have any walls. And I can't simply drop it because it'll just pick it back up again. think I've got one anyway, so just plop. Go away. And tells you how much I value the aesthetics, doesn't it? Okay. Now we head for the shipping bin. And I will, just for fun, count the eggs as they go in, minus the dinosaur eggs because they're just flat too valuable. No, I said shipping bin. Okay. Duck feathers. Iridium quality. I think I'll hang on to... those in case I catch one of these gift-giving quests again. Leo and Elliot both like them. One duck egg. And 3 void eggs, that makes 4. 5, 6, 7. 9, 11, 18, 23, 26, 31, 33, 38, and some silver duck feathers. In that case, since I no longer need to curry favor with iridium qualities, I'll sell these, because the other 2 were silver quality. And they'll do just as well for presents. So, let's take care of the rest of the harvestables here. I've got some beets and the usual suspects still growing in the greenhouse too. Okay, let's see. See, seeds. I think I might have gone too far. Nope, there it is. Ancient seed. I have now converted that one from an artifact into an actual growable seed the next time I get the urge. And then we'll throw this blue discus row in here with its mates. And what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna head off to Ginger Island and collect whatever Mr. Cheese order is this week. And I'm just gonna end the video there because when I get back, what I'm gonna be doing after I tend the barn animals, which I haven't done yet, is to plant a bunch of seeds, and I'm gonna be trying to arrange it around the sprinkler. And it's gonna be very slow with a lot of muttering and hemming and hawing and trying to figure out what I'm doing. And I think I've put you through that enough when I was trying to do the chi fruits, get that started, or whenever else I've been messing around with sprinklers on Ginger Island or whatever. So that's just gonna wait, and I'll let you know what the let's see here. That's the one good thing about winter, especially in the early game when you're working on trying to get your museum stuff done. There are more artifact spots than usual. But what I was going to say is that I'll keep you posted on my progress. And if the order is something that needs especially good luck, I'll check back in when I've got it. I think I'm just gonna do the oh crap, more trash. Clint's quest, no matter what the luck situation is, because grubs aren't really that dangerous anyway. Now where is that driftwood? There it is. Goodbye. Taking up space and not even looking pretty while you do it. I think something else I'm gonna do. Nah, more trash. Go away. Oh yeah, that reminds me. I was about to forget that I have to go see Krobus. It's his birthday. I can't leave him out of it. No, that's no fun. I mean, after all, I made this void mayonnaise just for him. Humans can't eat it. At least not until it's in a strange bun, anyway. You know, something I'm tempted, just for funsies, to see about is if the Mutant Bugland quest, well, not the quest, it's just an area once you do the... Anyway, it's down in the sewer, and you have to go in there at one point on a quest to get something back for Krobus. But what I'm wondering is if those count as grubs for Clint's quest. But there's no real reward if you go in there after that. So, unless I'm just bored, like I did when I was with Willie had his thing going where he wanted 100 pieces of bug meat. That was a good time to go in there because bug meat's bug meat. But there's no other reward, so if I'm gonna go in there for Clint, I'm gonna do it through the mines and get what I can out of it. Let's see now. Krobus, where are you? Hello, Krobus. Oh, a gift to remember the day that I hatched. Thank you. You are welcome. Nope, he doesn't have anything I want. And away we go. Of course, while I'm over on Ginger Island, I'm going to try to pick up, I guess it's a snake vertebrae that I need. Although I thought I had done all of those, but I have not according to my checkup files. The search continues. Alas, I tried turning in a snake skull and it wasn't that, so it has to be the vertebrae. Alright, Willie, take me across. Let's go. Pretty good crowd here today. I'll go say hi to Leo. Hello, Leo. I guess you'll do too, hello. Alright, let's see. What I wanted to do here specifically as far as... Yeah. I'm gonna go hit the, I was gonna hit the northern end first, but if I do get it, the snake vertebrae that I'm looking for, I gotta go there anyway, because that's where the professor is, so I'd best make that the last stop. And I've had no luck figuring out that silly whack-a-mole game, because I put the plants down and I seem to have just lost them. I don't see them in decor, I don't see them as furniture. They're just gone. So I guess one of these days when I come out, I'll have to bring a bunch of chests or something. I think that's what a lot of people use. But that's why I took houseplants initially, because they aren't valuable to me. Alright. What's that? Let's go over here. I've got some taro tubers I don't need to be carrying. However, my fish, my blue discus, they want some taro roots. And I still have some of those that I have been saving in case I needed them for Leo gifts. Okay, we'll take these this time. Three days. Interesting. Okay. Now, what I don't understand about this is, do I have to try to catch them in the same places that I caught the original legends? Or what? Anyway, that's what I'll try this time. And I'm definitely going to make a whole bunch of challenge bait for that. That way, if I catch one, I catch three just for fun. Because I hear that's pretty good money. I'm gonna... Let's see. Extended family. No, I don't think that's what... Let's see. Special orders. Let's see here. I've not noticed this before, where I can actually see what the rewards are for these G quests. That's all? 100 G gems for 500 of those silly fruits? Oh well. Well, that's one I will not be trying. To play a game where you have to play the arcade game. Not gonna do that. That's not accessible to me. But I have done... Oh well. I've done Precious Stones where you have to give up prismatic shards. You get 40 gems for that. Hungry Challenge, you only get 25 for that. That's robbery. Cheese Cuisine is the one that I was talking about where you have to produce 100,000 worth of food and ship it. That's only worth 25. Cheese Kindness gives you 40. Extended Family. You only get 20 gems for that one. Okay, let's see what this says. Catch the different legends again. Caught in the same locations as the older ones, but the fishing bar isn't distinctly marked with them. Doesn't have to be raining for Legend 2 to appear. It's the original legend. Same level requirements apply. Means it's impossible to complete the quest without reaching fishing level 10 or getting there with buffs. Well, that's not a problem. I've already got fishing level 10. Danger in the deep. That one's worth 50. Skull Cavern Invasion. That one's worth 40. Cheese Prismatic Grange. That one's 35. So, basically, by the time I finish this one with the fishing, I will have done all of them that I can do, because I can't do the one with the arcade game. Alright then. Well, since I don't remember where I caught all the legends, I'll have to keep the wiki open for that and take a look. Pam. Okay, I did Linus's yesterday and didn't collect. Pam wants a largemouth bass. We gotta go back fishing anyway for the, I believe I caught the legend in the mountain lake. So, out we go. We're gonna go and see what we can get on the northern end as relates to artifacts and such. And if we have no luck again, then we're heading back to the valley. And I am not hanging around doing things in the volcano dungeon today. Nor am I even bothering with harvesting anything that might be ready here on the island. I guess I ought to. It cost me 1,000 to get here. I should make sure I make money while I'm here, but I'm not in the mood today. You know, there's something else I'm going to experiment with while I'm here, just for fun. Now that I've got all of the upgrades, I want to see if I can get the Parrot Expresses to work for once. Because I couldn't before. I think I heard that you had to get all of the upgrades before they would work, which seems kind of counter to the point. But whatever. That ain't my choice. Alright. That's it for artifacts. Let's see what I've got. That's the last of the debris. S-O-L again. Oh well. And for some reason, the tarot tubers did not go where they were supposed to go in the chest. I guess I'll have to put them in myself instead of using the add to stacks function. Just weird, but okay. Because I know I don't have 999 of them. Yeah, I'll get rid of those two. I could use these fossilized legs and skeletal hands and stuff, I think, for fertilizer, but I don't bother. Mystery box. Jack be nimble, Jack be thick. thought I saw a fossilized leg, but I'm not seeing it now. There it is. Ta-da! Alas, I did not overlook a previously missed snake vertebrae. I don't have one. Okay, let's see. I think it finally went where I intended it to go. Okay, let's go. One of these days, in the not-so-distant future, I'm gonna have to come back and plant a whole crap ton of those. Because I have got to get some things in the ground that don't repeat, don't regrow. And I think there's another requirement for finding walnuts for the crop harvest, but whatever it is, I cannot think of it, and I have not succeeded in doing it. I could pan, but I don't feel like it right now. Okay. Mutant carp. I know I have to go to the sewer. Or radioactive, or whatever it is. That's sewer. For sure. Legend is the mountain lake, I believe. There's another fish off the eastern pier specifically. The other two are eluding me. Alright, let's see now. I'm gonna go make some more challenge bait, and we're gonna rock and roll on this thing because I literally have no time. Spirits are neutral today, which historically, for me at least, has been bad luck trying to catch fish. I'm tempted to wait for a better luck day, but there's no guarantee on that. And I do have plenty of bone fragment and moss, so I can make all the challenge bait I need if I get tired of trying today. Bus stop, bus stop, bus stop. I might even use challenge bait during the Squid Fest. Although squid bait is usually good there too, for the obvious reason. Let's grab ourselves some moss. Yoo-hoo. Alright, I'm gonna put this book in the gift chest. And the Omni Geodes will go in the stone chest. And the stone will go in another chest. Let's see what else I can drop here. Okay, those 10 taro roots. I only need 10 on me. Let me pick up the rest of the challenge bait. And the wild bait. Just for funsies. Yeah, I think I'm gonna take I'm gonna, let's see, unhook. Where are you? There we go. I'll bet you it takes off the lucky purple shorts instead of the treasure hunter first. Yep. Okie-doke. And I'm going to put the lucky purple shorts back on. And a curiosity lure. Just to lure the fishies in. Then the challenge bait. And I'm going to take this treasure hunter and stick it in the bin. Oh. Yeah, I need to drop off those duck feathers in the aqua bin with the rest of the present type stuff. And because they're annoying me and in the way, I'm going to put the magma geodes in there too, because I keep forgetting to do anything with them even when I'm carrying them. So I don't need them in the way while I'm not trying to do anything with them. Let's see now. 3 golden coconuts. I'll put them in there with the geodes and deal with it all at once. Okay. I have no idea what's happening at the moment. That was just totally random. I have never ever heard that before. Alright, let's see. Let's go over here to the blue discus pond. And make them very happy campers. The first time they asked for 3, the second time they asked for 10. I wonder if they're going to ask for 20 the next time or if they're going to ask for something else. Who knows? We shall see. Another fish I seem to remember the location of is the glacier fish. It is in the forest, south end of Arrowhead Island. So we'll go there too. Crystal fruit artifact spot. Good. Stuff. Lots of stuff. Snow yam. Keep that open. I'll end up with some enough to make yet more winter seeds. I think I've only got 80 some. And I've got like 100 powder melon. I could plant oodles and scads if I wanted. Gotcha. 3 times, mind you. Alright. Let's see now. Town entrance. We'll go try for the radioactive carp now, whatever its name is. Gotcha. Let's see now. Which... I believe it was the Eastern Pier. If I really wanted to make these worth an insane amount of money, I'd smoke them. It'd make each one so far worth like 4,000 apiece. Son of Crimson Fish. That one's worth 3,000. Must be harder to catch. Alright. Now I believe it's the legend that is in the lake. So I'm going to pause for a moment and find out where Miss Angler is, because I do not recall. Pelican Town. Okay. Well, in that case then, we shall head for the river bridge. Tell you what I ought to do, just for funsies. I ought to trade with the raccoons for the jungle tank, or perhaps go see Mr. Chi and collect the aquatic sanctuary. See which one's big enough for me to put all of these legendary fish in. Probably none of them. That'd be too much fun. Okay, let's see. Fishing spots. Here we go. Whoops. That was a pathetic cast. Gotcha. That is, I believe, 4. So... Okay, that's for Pam. That would be the largemouth bass. I got 3 of them. Yay. Gotcha. That completes the quest. So let's go see Miss Pam. There we go. How can you not find the way to the town when you just brought me here? Silly tracker, sometimes I swear. Alright, we'll just do this the other way. there she goes with her fish on the nose. Make that make sense. Okay, I guess that'll do it for this particular video. Rather short by my standards, but long by most of YouTube's. We'll see you on the next one.